It's beast mode, and today we're looking at the Sawtooth. I have never used the Sawtooth ever, ever. Just like the katana, the ice pick, the sledgehammer, and these I used this a bit when I came back to start recording with the new guns, but everything else, bro, everything else, these gameplays I've been like maybe not the first game, but like the sledgehammer definitely wasn't, because I was using that trying to get a good game of it. The ice, I'm just gonna upload that one video because the commentary is good, but I mean everything, dude, I've just been using straight up, like almost first time, or like in like an hour or 2 or 3 of using the weapon. So it's like I haven't used these weapons like ever, and I'm giving commentary about Call of Duty and different things in general, but you know, let's keep the video interesting. But melee wise so far, I really do think this game's melee is decent. It's not as great as some other CODs, especially Cold War, which was the previous title in COD behind this one, but because they just like are still adding melee weapons, and it's almost like it's been forever out, so it's like, but still I think thumbs up to Sledgehammer for adding melee weapons, kind of like World War II did, but not as frequent, but still huge props, because I love seeing melee. I keep saying that in these videos, but I love melee. I haven't done it in so long, dude. Like I had done it in Cold War some, and I think back the last time I really went hardcore with melee, like not every game, but hardcore, I was like actually doing melee only stuff, was in Cold War, because that game, I don't even think there was a melee weapon out. There's just a knife, and I like going off with the knife before, and like the game had just come out, and that's all I was like using, because it was so fun, dude. It's reminding me of, like, I know Black Ops 4 is like more of a mid-tier game to people, and although like, yeah, it's not the best game ever, the melee in that game, dude, was so good. That was like the best part of that game for me personally. So literally, I just like, it reminded me of that, so that's probably why I was doing that again. But yeah,
enemy recon on flyby.
I mean, this is kind of an interesting weapon, to say the least. It's very unique. Struggling to get kills with it, but its animations are a little weird in my opinion, but you know, it's I don't know. It's more because this is a melee and it's wood, and that, I don't know. I just kind of feel weird about this being like a wooden melee that's sort of a sword and sort of a club, and it has like saw points. Like it doesn't know what it wants to be.
Glory can still be mine.
And I know I don't like some melee weapons you just might come up with in more of the futuristic games, but most melee weapons are based
Recon
on something.
flight mission deployed.
I could imagine like old combat, like old combat using this. But why in World War II would somebody like be holding on to a Shaka Zulu like weapon? That's like makes no sense to me. It's like, I don't know if you guys know history, but like Shaka Zulu, the warrior, like that's kind of what this kind of reminds me of. Is like seeing stuff with him and like History Channel stuff. That's kind of what this reminds me of, is like that kind of combat. So to me, it's like, this is a World War II game. I know it's kind of like got a lot of different shit in it,
Hostile recon.
But to me, it's like, why would this be in a World War II game as a melee weapon when this is World War II, bro? Like, there's so many more advanced things than a wooden stick that's got sawtooths on it. Like, so far, this one definitely gets a low rating from me, bro. Like, for the what it is and the design. I'm just not feeling it, and it just doesn't. It kind of just makes me want to laugh because it's like, bro, I know this game's been everywhere. I'm just getting dominated here, but obviously I'm just trying to make a video and kind of give my opinion on the melee weapons at this point. Not really go off. If I do, I do. If I don't, I'm not gonna hold it to myself. Like, oh, I gotta record for another 2 hours, but. Like, man, I just don't feel this one. I really think there's been so many good melees. I gotta be harsh on certain things, and this is something I'm gonna be harsh on. Poor choice. Doesn't, like I said, I don't really care if it fits the air or anything most of the time. But it just feels out of place in a Call of Duty almost, because it's like, this is a wooden stick that's made into, it's like, this is a wooden weapon. And yeah, it could do actual damage, but it doesn't feel like it like, these aren't supposed to be super realistic, but it's like, this doesn't look like it would one-hit somebody, bro. This looks like I'd have to be there for a second, give him a couple thwacks with it to actually, like, do something with it. So, that's more my, like, one of the things I'm gonna say is like, this does not feel like it one-hit somebody as a melee.
Enemy recon on flyby.
And with them like changing how melee is a bit and like making things two-hit like the sticks, this is one that I could see them like speeding up the speed of the hit and making it a two-hit instead of like a one-hit. Because that's just, bro. And I don't prefer that kind of melee. But if you're gonna do that kind of stuff with melee weapons, like obviously I don't want it on every melee weapon, but this is one of the ones where it makes sense. Because like most of the time they do it and it's like, well, that makes no sense. But this thing, like, bro, this thing looks like it take 3 to 4 hits just to kill somebody with it. Like, I know I didn't go off in the gameplay, but I'm just being critical of how this thing is. Like, I really don't think this should have been a melee weapon. Thumbs down. Bottom of the list, it goes for me. I'm not really ranking these or anything, but if I had a list, I was making it. Bottom, it's not good. Its animation is not like a full swing. It's like a thwack, which kind of makes sense for what it is, but also, in general, like everything I'm saying right here it's facts to me, bro. I just don't. I'm not rocking with it. It's a weak melee weapon. It doesn't make sense really, and I can give them one thing: interesting choice, interesting design choice, and interesting melee choice. But nah, I just don't think it's good. So that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and continue supporting my videos and my streams. The B says peace.